Today's delivery went the same as always. But something was a little different. A tinge of excitement sparks him as the yield of the neighboring farm's crop exceeds expectation. There might be enough for a few loaves to go missing, unnoticed. His family would be ecstatic. Finally, a mouthful of fresh bread for the first time. Perhaps a morsel of cheese atop. Rounding the corner to the shop front, the wind picks up in the street, and the leaves dance in a flourish of yellow and reds. The horns herald to the sound of the morning commerce in the central square, marking the opening of all stores within the city. But as a single leaf falls to the ground, the horns fall silent, mid-call. Welcome, travelers, to the Dragon Leaf, the tea house where tales are told. I'm going to try a new segment here today that I thought up this morning, which is random shit I thought up this morning. What if Hallmark was based on the Sumerian deity Holmarak, devourer of time? Main power? Good memory for dates. Think about it. If you like the content, leave a like in the tip jar and subscribe to our weekly tales. Leave a comment in the suggestion box to tell us how well we did or how well we did not. Thanks for listening. And without further ado, it's time to open up shop. Hey, hello everybody.
Hello. All I could picture when you said that, Adrian, was that, like, this Hallmark god coming down and then just giving everyone, like, greeting cards.
I was expecting, like, a Christmas special. A really bad Christmas special.
Everyone's sitting in the main room and, like, laughing and everything's good and the fire's on and they look to the side and you see this just fucking eldritch horror that's just... You're like, oh, Hallmark.
Also, when
Someone
you
puts a
said
hat on him.
good memory for dates, I was like, how would good memory help you with dating?
They're never late to the
They're never late. Yeah.
Last time, the Deviants explored the farm fair, searching for information on the cult of Dzamaetel, and upon discovering a working dungeon-born hauling goods, followed him into the rear storehouse of the farm. While they discovered high-class members of the upper crust of CERN, the northern fraction continent of the known world, and a small group of drow with spider ashbonds. Meanwhile, in the talk about apple cider rearing, a tired and frustrated botanist gave his speech about breeding apples, and as the talk promptly ended, the audience drank a fizzy magical cider that was given to them, and prizes were given out by a large man with a long drawl in speech. The party regroups as Killian is captured and placed in a carriage, filled with dazed humans. The Deviants follow the carriage to the northern outskirts of Amaranth, and the elven driver escapes via some sort of dimensional doorway, TM. As Jojo is pulled on the carriage towards an abandoned home in the forest, hidden behind an illusory veil, they enter in and discover some form of experiments going on, feeding yellow and red potions to humans and plants alike. As they dig deeper, they fight hordes of undead and cultists of Dzamaetel in search of answers, and are drawn deeper into the hidden and ancient crumbling stone catacomb, as the leader of the faction bellows out towards the party a challenge and a threat of extermination of the false prophet. This is where we jump back in, and we begin our combat with Morrigan.
I feel like we just... you just said that we were doing combat before we started today, and I already forgot.
Welcome back again.
What's happening?
I
Probably 'cause we're not on
remember.
the combat map. Our brains are like, what are we doing?
I remember
Oh,
Matilda
Tamara,
was
That
like,
is giving me a bad ear sound.
"Oh,
The
sorry."
scratching on whatever you're doing.
The Sharpie.
Thank you.
It's a good mic. It
I was like,
picks up
who's scratching on the chalkboard?
Picking up.
Oh no, you gave me an idea for a new bit that I'm never gonna do.
Oh, please.
I've already
never.
rolled this. Morrigan takes one step back from the skeleton, and the skeleton brings its blade back, kind of taking one vicious stab towards Morrigan. Actually, no, it doesn't. It awaits its turn. And as the slash goes through, Morrigan, leaning back, pulls crackling energy into her hands and blasts the skeleton, and the bones are just dashed immediately against the stone behind, as the entire body explodes outwards. She stares forward towards the lot of you and says, "All right, a little bit further in. Let's go." And that is her turn. Meanwhile, Vincent, you are up.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here.
And you take 3 points of necrotic damage.
Yes, I understand what's going on here. Vincent is going to 10 feet forward to get a look down the hallway. All of the cultists are hiding, I assume.
One moment, let me do this. Staring down, what you saw them previously, there was a cultist in this room, and there's 2 cultists in this room as they ducked back in order to attempt to hide.
Where did that big voice come from? This statue here?
You actually see in the distance beyond. At this location, you see 4 arched stone doorways, or windows rather, and beyond them, as you stare over in the far distance, you can see several people currently engaged. There's some kind of like light that is swirling around the center of this room.
Okay. On this spot here, Vincent will look down the hallway and be like, "You were useful, darling, but I need something that packs a little bit more of a punch this time." And he'll grip the pendant in his hand and squeeze the blood from it. But this time, instead of it falling to the ground in like a drop that turns into smoke, it wisps forward 90 feet. And right here, in a big kind of shadowy little poof, he will summon his monstrosity.
You guys see this just form begin to apparate as the darkness tears around and solidifies into this just a vaguely wolf-like shape. On all fours, you can see the bones kind of like rearing back, but this entire body comes out to a long and pulled back mouth full of razor-sharp teeth, and as it begins to rear and shakes, the fur, wiry, pours itself around in this like faint crimson, and then mouths begin to open across the entire body as they all just pull apart. You can see rows of sharp teeth across the entire thing, and it lets out a howl that just tears out around as all of these mouths open and begin to chitter at once.
No, thank you.
Oregon's like, what are you guys looking at?
And Vincent will just down the hall be like, "Go get him, boy." And he'll take a step. Take a step back here, staying on the white tile.
And I believe your creature goes immediately after you.
Yes.
Okay. So looking directly within line of sight of this creature, there is various different creatures within this room. You can see that there are cultists as this beast appears and lets out a howl. It is surrounded by cultists on the north and south of it. Above it, a little bit further, there is a undead ghoul and another cult fanatic, and to the south there is an undead ghoul and a cult fanatic. As this creature appears, they are taken aback for a brief moment, but these ghouls rush in and each attack with their held actions.
Okay. I don't think they can move and attack. It's just the range.
That's true, actually. So they run at you, basically. That is a very fair point. They rush you and begin to prepare to attack. But it is now your turn. They have actually now come into melee range with your creature.
Cool. He'll attack the closest cultist. He rolled a 20 to hit.
20 hits. Aiming at the top cultist above you, it just rears back, opening its mouth back and snapping down upon it. Go ahead and roll damage.
$18.
18 damage.
Bludgeoning. And I need them to make a strength saving throw, 14 if they're still up.
It has an additional +3 and +3. Where's that second +3 coming from?
So the normal attack does 1d12 +3, plus the level you summoned it at. That's what the spells do. So it's
awesome.
a 3rd level spell. So
chomping down upon the cultist, you just feel flesh tear, bone break, and pulling back, the body drops to the ground and just slams into the stone.
Cool. And he just stands there snarling, I guess.
Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
On the far left side, within this room, you see a few people begin to take strides in towards the center of this large circular metal grate. You cannot see through to what it is that is creating this central light, but almost like a tornado, you see light strands begin to form in the center of this central chamber. And as that happens, you also begin to hear footsteps moving inward. Two figures turn and begin to sidle the side of the wolf as they both take attacks against this creature that has just appeared.
His name is Boy.
Leaning back, you actually see them pull in and clutch onto something that they hold in their hands as this bright light tears through. This one launches a guiding bolt towards Boy. Second moves into position in the center and does the same towards Jojo. And as this just bright light tears through, they lob it forward and it just kind of flies in until it eventually slams into the ground at Boy's feet, dodging up out of the way. And Jojo, you take a solid hit. That is 8 points of damage. And as you are struck, you see this light begin to glow out from you. You have creatures look on towards you with, I want to hit that. Smash the shit. Oh, all of those are sexual innuendos. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, we're going to stab you with swords with advantage, is what they say out loud to you. And
Yours not the first one?
No.
Sounds right.
They back away. That sounds right. The ghouls now take their attacks against Boy.
Okay, they do have advantage.
Did not hit Boy. Oh, he attacked recklessly. Thank you kindly. 2 bites come in an attempt to slash against, and while one misses dodging out of the way, the other manages to get his claws in straight at the neck for a critical hit. That is 15 points of piercing damage. And as the ghouls now continue their just merciless onslaught, that is the end of their turns. Jojo, you are up.
What is Jojo going to do? Jojo is going to move forward because she can't see shit.
As you
look,
rush
there's a
forward,
guy in here.
As you rush forward, stomping your way through, you hop down this small set of stairs and run into the center of the room. And immediately you feel this just energy shoot up from your feet straight to your head, and you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Could I? Where did it hurt me?
As soon as you went into the space that you're currently standing.
Oh, and it seems like the stonework is a little darker, huh?
It does seem that way.
Cool.
The floor is spicy.
Out loud, Vincent was like, I'm going to stop specifically in the white square. Like the end of his last turn.
What is Jojo going to do? Jojo is going to attack this guy as her action. Actually, as her action, maybe she should just. I think she's going to instead use her action to dash. So she's gonna move here, and here. How much damage did you say I took?
It was
9?
8 points of bludgeoning
8?
damage.
Okay. Necrotic?
Yeah, sorry, bludgeoning.
23 is what I'm at now. I'm bloody. And Jojo is going to use her bonus action to rage. Rage. I use a rage, and the wild magic surge is a 4. Okay, so my weapon becomes a force weapon. Tight. And now I'm here. So, the chaos magic bursts out and shoots down her arm into her, what was she using? The shark tooth sword?
Previously, you had your dueling hatchet.
It was my dueling hatchet? Yeah, so it bursts, the magic, shoots down her arm into the dueling hatchet, and it just starts to, like Blade Beak's face just goes, like starts vibrating fiercely. And that's my turn.
Looking towards this monstrous dog, you hear the individual in the other room kind of screaming out. That light continues to swirl around, and these two move kind of back into the position that they were previously and bring their hands together over top of that, whatever it was they were clutching in their palms previously upon casting the spell, and begin to focus in on them as energy begins to pour over them and pours through their body. The ghouls ran forward and took a big chomp upon the dog. Jojo, you use the rest of your movement to sidle around to the corner of the room, and looking over towards this cultist who is just focused in on you, you've ran past, just blasted down with a rage, and then kind of backed up towards them. They seem a little bit intimidated. And Matilda, you are up.
Yes. Last time I was very excited when this guy was like, the false prophet, blah, blah, blah. And Matilda was like, oh, here I come. So here we go.
here it come. At the beginning of your turn, you take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, gross. Okay, hold on.
I think we're learning, though, guys.
Learning?
I think we
It's
understand
half the battle.
what caused this.
Aw, come on.
You succeed.
Yay.
You just succeed. You almost break the cipher in your head as you're like 16, 15, 8, 9, angel, feather. But you manage to keep it up.
9, 10. Okay. 20. Okay. What do I see? I see dog. Alright. I'm gonna go here.
You take
Or hold on.
you take
Actually,
8 points of necrotic damage as you sidle
Oh! No!
up.
Okay, fine.
The floor is gonna kill us. The
Yeah.
floor is lava.
The
Yeah,
floor is spicy.
this sucks. Okay, hold on. Shit, okay. What's 14 minus 8? I can't math today, help me.
6.
Thank you.
Oofy.
So you were
know.
definitely bloodied.
Yeah, I know I am now. If at least I do that. Alright, well. 30. Okay. I will bonus action. These lights are mean, Adrian. I don't like them.
It's not the lights,
It's the floor.
the floor.
Oh, it's the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it the whole time. The tile color is what's causing the hurt.
As you step upon the
okay.
darkened tiles, you take note that you get this kind of shock that immediately rips up your body.
Yikes. Don't like. Okay, I am going to use one of my healing lights. Because, ouch. The bonus action. Polar damage. Okay.
Pull into the divinity within yourself and heal.
Okay. There we go. And then 30. I'm gonna use my action to dash because I can't fucking see anything. And end my turn. Very anticlimactically. There we go. I'm very far away from all the action.
Did you?
That
Oh, you did
wasn't-
use 60 feet of movement. Gotcha.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, in the distance, you hear additional cultists rush forward, moving in past their allies. They take aim in this kind of just predetermined formation, and each lean back, shooting out crackling energy towards. Can this one see Jojo?
I can't see anyone in that room, so I don't know if that means anything.
It doesn't necessarily. But let me look. Cannot see you, Jojo.
Nice.
Leaning back, both of them release crackling bolts to boy, sorry.
They only have advantage, I think. Hold on, I'm just not sure if it's melee spells or melee attacks only. Yeah, they only have an advantage on attack rolls against him. Okay.
Okay, I will roll. I'll add 5 to each of those. The first one, even with the additional damage or additional chance to hit, the dog manages to jump out of the way of one of them and lets out this just snarling growl among all the mouths that are just across its entire body. The second manages to get a small kind of blast into the side of the body, taking 6 points of force damage. The cultists then stand their ground in front of these other kind of more decorated cultists that are just place a single hand on their back, and you see that light slowly begin to permeate through both of them. Nothing has quite happened yet, mind you, but that is what is currently happening. This guy shifts up 5 feet into this corner, and the two cultists, bringing scimitars out, begin to take attacks against Jojo.
2 of them. Oh, there's another guy there. I still can't see him. Wow.
Weird. Like
You need to be able to...
I can't see this one.
No? Okay.
No.
I can adjust that as well. But
But
they
I
bring...
think the walls are just a little bit.
Yeah, it's
small.
fine.
You haven't recklessly attacked. They bring their scimitars out and each take
It was like
stabs towards
guiding
you.
bolt, though.
That's true. Thank you. So that is the next attack against you. Next attacker. So the first one would have had... Okay, so with the advantage, brings a blade in and does manage to slash across as you're momentarily blinded by the light that encircles you. But you just grab the blade of the second one and throw it away. And it's just epic fucking move. You take a grand total of 6 points of slashing damage as they bring their scimitars down upon you. I think this one remains where they are.
That'd be resisted?
Yeah.
Or is that already halved?
That is the total. So have it your leisure. Also, I can adjust your guys' vision settings right here. But in the meantime, the ghoul's turn. Looking down towards Boy, this one I think sidles over to the side and they just kind of shift a little bit as the two of them begin to encircle the dog and try and take more and more vicious, mindless attacks. With raking claws, these creatures begin to assault. Bringing blades back and just carving across the body. You see that the dog kind of just merges back, bites down on one of the hands and just pulls away, and you can see this just bit of flesh pull back with it, turning and just slamming the other with the tail, managing to dodge both hits. And Killian, you are up.
Right. So we, the players, know that the dark floor hurts. Has anyone called that out?
Vincent did. He's just
Okay.
at the beginning of his term. He's like, I know what's going on here, and he's like, I moved specifically back into the lighter square.
And Jojo also screamed it out a minute ago. Excuse me.
Yeah. Matilda was dumb and wasn't sure if it was lighting or actual floor.
Gotcha.
I do like to treat things that the players themselves figure out as a DC 10 kind of scenario. So if you guys figure that out, then it's likely that your people who are currently in the situation have also accomplished the same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a dark thing in front of me, isn't it? Certainly darker than the ones behind me.
No, it is light.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It's because the green lighting is.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Right. Am I on? If I stand here, which is on the stairs, would Matilda still be providing cover to an enemy that I shoot?
Going straight through, yes. These are only a couple feet. Each one is not actually a 5 foot increase.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Killian will just hold on 1 second. Am I able? I'm able would my attack with the rifle have disadvantage if I was prone?
Yes, but if you want to attempt to like shoot through her legs, I would say, Matilda, if you expend a reaction, I'll allow that.
Yes.
The prone condition doesn't give you disadvantage to attack, Adrian.
I know. I'm just saying that, like, because technically this isn't allowed in the rules, falling prone and someone else burning their reaction, I think is good enough for this expensive maneuver.
Okay. Yeah, Killian just kind of like, sorry, Matilda, and just like kind of pokes the rifle through her legs, and is going to take aim at this figure and shoot.
Matilda kind of shifts her legs apart in her sensible pants that Pom Pom made sure she was wearing whenever she went adventuring, and lets you shoot.
Like how they're called your sensible pants.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do or don't have disadvantage.
It will say disadvantage, but you do not have disadvantage. You can click that and then just choose normal strike.
Normal. Got it.
It's more of a reminder or suggestion, as it were. Taking aim, Matilda just this gunfire. You feel some ringing in the base of your ankles, but the gunshot flies out and slams into the cultist. Vicious hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes.
8 damage.
Reeling backwards, they are now bloodied.
It probably looks like smoke came out my butt.
You can actually store that smoke for later. It just begins to pour around you. Oh, I thought you were wearing like a faint like dress tunic thing for some reason, but you're actually wearing the sensible pants and like a blazer, yeah? Never mind, it just circles around you and flies up.
Okay, that is my turn.
At the end of your turn, I will hit this button. Let's see what happens. Okay, good. The server did not break. You guys should now have precise visibility from square corners instead of the center of squares.
Ooh.
As Morrigan begins to shuffle forward. You're prone. Matilda has used her reaction. Morrigan's gonna fall prone and take advantage, following suit and taking aim, shooting one crackling beam and holding back the energy, seemingly of a second.
God, I love the image of that.
Oh shit, no, now I'm sorry. Now Killian's just in the way. Killian, do you use your reaction?
Yeah, I'll use my reaction.
Okay. Morrigan then takes aim.
Roll to the side.
Yeah, you do a small combat roll as you guys finish this new combo you've created.
I feel like Vincent should be proud because all this damage is coming from in between Matilda's legs.
You can't see any of this.
Oh,
You missed all of this.
Even with the square corners, Vincent. So, at the
He
end of
can
your turn.
Just see Morgan's on the ground now, and he's hearing you guys talk about, Matilda, spread your legs more, and yeah.
Scooch to the right, scooch to the left.
Oh no!
He's assuming you're practicing safe things.
Yes, definitely. The best time to get weird is in the middle of a fucking cultist dungeon.
This is actually, you have 13.
Hey man, he's had some
mean,
clients suggest some weird things. This is nothing.
I like how everybody at once was like, you guys hear the sound of shuffling footsteps and armor from above you.
Oh,
You just hear.
God.
And at the end of its turn, you guys just see this suit of armor just descends the stairs, falling from the top, slamming into the ground and taking full fall damage.
Is
Be on our side.
Is that? Yeah, it's probably not.
Okay, so it takes
Was there
32 points of fall damage.
Look familiar in any ways? Was it the suit of armor that was up in that room before?
It is the exact same.
Oh.
As the armor falls down, slams into the ground, taking full fall damage, it pulls out its sword, its right arm falls off, its left leg breaks slightly, and the armor begins to clatter as it is incredibly bloodied. Having been summoned but not knowing how to descend a ladder, this occurs.
Oh my god.
But still alive. And Vincent, you are within melee range, so it is going to take an attack against you.
Well, that's
Gonna
one way
say-
to make an entrance, darling.
I was gonna say that's the sound of safe sex, but this thing fucked itself up as soon as it came down.
Not safe at all.
Does
So-
it hit, Adrian?
You manage to dodge out of the way of the first attack, and the second one comes in. and with a critical miss, it slams into the ground. The energy shakes through its body, and with the 1 hit point it had remaining, it fucking dies. So there goes that one.
That was the
Adrian,
best
you
thing that ever
deleted
happened.
Vincent.
Oh, whoops. Vincent died too. I forgot to mention. It wasn't my mistake. This was intentional. And as a result of this, your character's dead. So sorry about that. I'm going to bring you back.
Be safe.
I pictured him just standing there, this thing falling, and him just being like, "It's one way to make an entrance," and then it like swings at him and falls over, and he's just like, "Yeah, that's usually what people do around me."
That's a swoon
Yeah,
if I've ever seen one. Do you remember
They
your
hurt
initiative,
themselves.
Vincent?
Oh, someone's phone is ringing. It is your phone, Adrian.
The teacher.
The government of Quebec is calling me.
Oh,
The government
Why?
of Quebec.
they heard we were having safe sex and they wouldn't allow it. They were like, no.
You stop that right now.
No.
Excellent accent. As we...
That was French. I spoke in French there.
That wasn't English. It wasn't an
Oh,
accent.
wow.
It was a whole
I
other
add the
language.
second N.
Perfect French.
None.
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 None. Sorry, Adrian.
Sorry,
You guys
Quebec.
get fucking blasted. These cult fanatics take an aim towards you, and angered by your painful show of bad French, they lean themselves in.
Je parle un petit peu français.
I don't know what that
A
means.
tiny hat?
No.
That be chapeau. Le petit
No,
chapeau.
Je
La
parle un
petite?
petit peu français. That means I speak a little bit of French.
Je ne parle pas
I heard
français.
petit chapeau, so I mean
Is it but? Question. Is it le or la petit chapeau?
No.
This is my
it's-
question.
It would be un petit because I would be considered. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. That's French grammar.
You had
As
8
they
years of
lean back.
French. Yes, yeah.
We're a very cultured stream. As they lean back, you see them pull into their hands that crackling energy and release 4 of them. 2 of them manage to hit the dog. Boy. And 2 fly in towards you, Jojo, and you fucking deflect one with the back of your hatchet, and the other one slams into the side of your shoulder. Jojo, you take 7 points of slashing damage, and Boy takes, that is 14 points of slashing damage. Force damage. And then once again, using their remaining movement, they shuffle backwards. With the last bit of their energy on their turn, this one slams that glowing rune into itself, and you see veins of gold begin to pour around their bodies. This one reaches forward and touches the other cultist to the side of them, and golden veins begin to pour over them. And as they pour their hands back, the bodies erupt in golden flame. You can see these 2 are currently on fire. And they turn towards you. You can see pain in their faces, but a cackling smile as well.
Stupid.
And who was actually at initiative 21? Jojo, you were up.
Okay. I attack. I think I'm gonna attack this bloody one first. Because that seems wise. Attack the dueling hatchet. Attack! Recklessly, yes.
Go, Jojo, go.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
Go, Jojo.
What the hell?
Hey, I feel like this. You should just never roll with advantage ever.
It doesn't help, apparently. So that was that. Bonus action, I'm gonna drink alcohol to drown my pain. I believe that's 4d4 plus 4.
Oh man.
You restore 15 hit points.
Wow, what a good turn. That's I feel like I should go down here, but then provoke attack of opportunity. Yeah, I'll stay here.
Matilda, you were up.
I have a question about innate spellcasting. Does it still cost an action or does it just happen?
How do you mean?
Because I have False Life, and False Life itself costs an action, but it is innate spellcasting. So I'm just like,
They
How does
absolutely
that
do.
work?
Yeah. Innate spellcasting just means that you have it basically as a cantrip.
Forever.
Or however specifically stated.
Yeah, it just means you don't have to expend a spell slot, but everything else still is a requirement.
Okay. I'm going to false life myself. That's my action. Because ow. Okay.
I'm going to delete your first false life. Do you still have those 10 hit points? Yes, you do. Perfect.
Hold on. Beep. Beep. Here we go. Perf. Okay. I am 5. 10. Oh! There's like 2 cultists kind of in there.
There seem to be.
Uh-oh.
But maybe one of them's JoJo and they're just lying to you.
You can clearly see JoJo.
You should attack JoJo instead.
15, 20, I'm like, no. And then my bonus action, I'm going to, no, I'm just gonna do that. I'm good. Matilda's good out here. I'm gonna wait till some of my friends go forward. Alrighty, that's the end of my turn.
The end of your turn, the cultists begin their own. These two taking aim once again towards JoJo, pulling back their scimitars and going for a vicious slash. This one's a little scared of the dog. I think their morale's a little bit shaken, so it does attempt to move. No. It just saw its friend get bitten in half, so it is going to disengage and just shuffle over one.
Oh, okay.
This one is going to attack JoJo.
Oh, but it disengaged. It can't.
There's 2
The
cultists.
other one's attacking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The what? So what one disengaged? Sorry.
This one right here.
Okay. The other one's attacking. I get it.
Correct. So
Yes,
JoJo,
attacking.
that one shuffles off to the side, turns its attention towards you, and slashes across your back with a 17 to hit. You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
You will serve as fodder for the golden flame. As they
Shut
just
up.
begin to- No, there is no stopping this. This one,
Watch
that's
me.
not the correct
Attack of
creature.
opportunity.
Not the correct creature. But if you want to open the door to me using enemies off their turn, I'll give you an attack of opportunity.
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll stick to the rules then. These two.
It's more simulation.
This one turns its attention towards you, JoJo. Pulling back its hand, you see it crackle with, once again, eldritch energy, but it just, that flame that is around its body almost seems to just suffuse itself in. And as it leans back, holding desperately, it, less than blasting forward, just releases. And the energy pours through its body, flying in towards you as well. So hopefully this hits, because that was a cool description.
Did you get
I
advantage?
hope it doesn't.
It's a melee spell attack, so yes.
Too bad.
Yeah, but advantage doesn't necessarily help you.
No,
Yeah,
obviously
right.
not.
I didn't roll with advantage. I might get a crit. Let me do this again.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
It did not get a crit. But flying forward, slamming into the side of your body, you get hit with this bright light once again. You are encircled by a glowing light, this time this faint gold. And as this creature blasts into you, that flame begins to pour across your body as well. Both of you. So first, you take 15 points of radiant damage. You're slammed into by this guiding bolt. And
Oofy.
as the flame begins to burn around you, it doesn't yet feel hot. It just begins to fill your senses. You are currently burning with golden flame.
Okay.
As that happens, that was one of their turns. This one is going to take an attack against Boy, and then that will be the end of it. The critical miss. Go ahead and roll this. The favorable fate dice goes to attack and just manages to dodge out of the way, pulling back, biting onto the blade for a brief second. He pulls the scimitar back and maintains his handle on it. Beginning of the round, it is ghoul time.
Ghoul o'clock.
It's ghoul o'clock. Ghoul is in session, y'all. This one shuffles
man.
over
Welcome
here.
to the gulag.
No. I wanted mine to be the good one.
That's weird because the ghouls attacked the dog with advantage last time, but I haven't gone again. since they attacked? Where are they going again?
They had initiative 21. I accidentally previously split them up to initiative. One of them was on 15, which was actually a mistake.
Okay, so
but-
that is that one. Okay, as long as that's made clear.
I can cancel out one of their attacks, just in case that was... I don't want to double up by accident, so this one will stay here. One of them will make an attack against you. Once again with Raking Claws. With a flat 10 does not manage to hit. Killian, you are up.
All right.
I will sacrifice my reaction if you want to crawl through my legs.
Are you standing on a plate
That's-
that hurt you?
No.
Now, crawling through a character's space is always difficult terrain, so with a reaction, I wouldn't allow that one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm okay with difficult terrain. That's okay.
Vincent is going to look towards his dog, or towards Boy, and just basically be like, "You know what to do, buddy." And he'll start letting out like a high. He'll start howling basically, and the pitch of the howl gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and then it'll explode and start damaging all the creatures around it as it casts Shatter.
Oh, I was howling. You can't hear me. Oh, I had to do quiet howl.
But now let me
Shatter.
activate the spell. Hold on.
If you just cast Shatter, it will give you a template to place down.
Yep, I was just figuring out before I cast it.
Gotcha.
Okay, it's doing that weird thing again where it's slightly off. It needs to be 10.1 feet. So this guy should technically be in it.
Shatter is a... What's kind of safe? Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, this guy will be in it as well.
And if there's anything around that's like metal or whatever, it has to roll.
If it's made out of inorganic material.
Yeah.
Is
Like the
the
walls?
The walls are a good example. Are the is your dog a part of this?
Mm-hmm. He's literally emanating it is what I... There's no way to not have him in it, so
Okay.
Vincent's just using him as an explosive force to hurt everyone.
Poor doggo. So the walls
Doggo
themselves.
succeeds.
Ooh, very nice. It was a 14 DC.
Yes, the DC is 14.
The ghoul, this ghoul, then one to the north manages to succeed. The cultist that is currently on fire manages to succeed. Yeah, the rest fail.
Okay. Everyone takes 8 points of damage if they fail, of thunder damage, and 4 if not. That was a bad roll.
I know, it sucks when Shatter gets a shit roll. Shatter's like pre-boss.
The cultist who spent his action to be like, I'm gonna be smart here, I'm gonna be careful, I'm just gonna move out of the way, and everything's gonna be good, raises the sword to attack Jojo, and just explodes as their body just turns to mush from this shattering force.
Yay!
The others take their damage and all just reel back from this damage. These two actually take an additional 4 points of damage. As that golden flame, you can see it flicker for a brief moment as though it's about to be extinguished, and then like aggressively pulls itself back in and begins to burn them.
Okay.
Now, with that said, if there's any cultists that were unaware that we're here, they very much know that we're here now.
As the shattering force flies out. It did seem like they were generally aware of you guys previously.
Okay.
But
Okay, the Vincent does that, expecting his dog to like just vibrate and explode, and then as the sound and the ringing stop, he looks over and his dog is still up.
Oh,
Impressed with Boy. He'll look towards Jojo. She looks pretty bad off, right?
He's a bloody.
Okay. Hey Jojo, you might want to like, you know, you got this, girl. You know this. He's
Yeah,
trying to
thanks.
come up with a compliment, but he's just like, just worried if you'll make it or not, basically. And he'll inspire you though.
Thank you.
you need
Sorry,
it with
that's
those-
Bianca basically just being like, I couldn't come up with anything.
is it a 60-foot range?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Oh, it
like
might
to
be a
think
difficult
that
terrain.
it's Vincent trying to give Jojo a compliment and then being like, "There's nothing to compliment."
Moment.
I mean, those cultists a minute ago gave you some compliments. But it's funny too because
Oh wait, you're like blinding with radiant golden light right now.
He's on fire.
Ooh, okay. He'll just be like,
You're
like
on
the look
fire,
on you.
girl.
You can be like, ooh, that's hot.
And you've been inspired.
Ooh, the puns.
Uh,
Puns today.
okay, now boy will go. It's
Boy!
his turn.
Oh.
Over
Oh,
here,
yeah.
boy.
It's the god of the dad of boy.
Oh,
That a
yes.
boy.
Yes.
Got a boy. I always think of the fairy fountains like boy, yeah.
Oh yeah, just the one word that they speak.
Yeah.
I think of the my brother and me version of Lizzo's boys.
Oh my goodness, I love that clip so much.
Is boy gonna go?
I'm just waiting for everyone to finish their chit chatter. Sorry. What of these people look like they're the least, like the most hurt?
Is glancing around. This individual is bloodied.
Okay.
Other than that, the rest of them are not bloodied.
Okay. Boy will attack this guy. Ah, 2 3s.
Ooh.
9 to hit.
What
9 to
the
hit.
heck?
9 does not hit.
Classic double 3.
Cool. Chancing it, he'll step back here and take 2 attacks of opportunity.
They will definitely
Actually,
Take
never
those.
mind. I cancel that.
cancel that.
He just stays there and ends his turn.
Okay. In equal amounts of danger. The ghouls turn their attention towards boy. Bringing in with raking bites, one of them manages to catch you with its teeth and tears into the body of the dog. You take 9 points of piercing damage.
He lets out a shrieking howl and growls at the thing as the ghoul, like, I picture the ghoul like raked across one of his mouths and he got caught in one of them and then just like tears the mouth open and then boy just like falls over and turns into like a puff of smoke.
Dissipating into the darkness. Boy returns from whence he came. And the ghouls now, safely, are gonna rush in and take note that Jojo's there and think, true story. Killian, you're up.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So I would be able to. Is crawling half movement?
If you're prone, are you at half speed?
I think it just says your only movement while prone is to crawl, but I believe that just means that you remain on the
remain
ground prone.
Okay.
I'm not, for now, we'll say that it is not.
Okay.
And then I will look into that.
Well, I will difficult terrain move through Matilda, crawling through her legs.
I salute you.
1, 2, 3, 4, and so I'd be able to get here. All right. Do any of these? I mean, none of them are. Oh, that guy's bloodied. Actually, he would have cover from the ghouls.
In the far end, if you are passing through 2 individual creatures, he will have +5 to his AC.
Okay. Well, Killian will then just level at the nearest target. She's not about that that bonus AC life.
Ooh, with an 18, that gun hits. From a measly 15 feet away, you lean back, and as the gunfire rings through the chamber, 5 points of damage to the ghoul. Tearing into the body, you can see it just like breaks through to the other side and spatters the other ghoul with its innards as the two continue just their onslaught against Jojo. This one now turns its attention towards you.
I make like a goblinish like just to try to get its attention to like pull it closer to attack me instead of Jojo. But I'm not making a check or anything. It's just I'm just fronting.
Being a gobble.
It's
Yeah,
just me
being a
with my
goblin.
role play. I just feel like throwing some role play in there, you know?
Actually-
It turns its attention towards you as you, like, that gunshot rings through. It just begins to charge in a straight line towards you.
Yeah.
Oh,
perfect.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Morrigan is going to stand. Also, it is 1 additional feet of movement for every foot of movement, unless you use teleportation to bring yourself somewhere, in which case you can end the prone condition. So this one is... She is going to stand up. Morrigan's going to run forward. She cannot make it past Matilda in difficult terrain, so she moves in and is going to pull back, incant something in the air, and just burst forth with a sacred flame. She's going to lean forward and whisper something in your ear, Matilda, and say, "Don't tell anybody." And you feel this energy begin to pour around you. You can re-roll a d20 at any point within the next minute.
Oh, wow.
The ghoul jumps back in an attempt to dodge out of this flame, and let's see what happens. Does not manage to get out in time as it just ignites around them. They take a little bit of damage and are now bloodied. And Matilda, you have a 1-use d20 over the next minute while Morgan is concentrating.
Mm.
Meanwhile, we click through a couple creatures. The fanatics take their turn. Can you even get in there? This one's going to run up here, trying to get a decent angle. It's a fair bit of movement. And right back where they started is the best place. Jojo, they're going to lean back and take aim towards you, releasing a few blasts. But you have additional AC. You have +5 to your AC at current. As they unleash 2 of these golden arcane and divine blasts, they just dash against the side of the wall and fizzle out into the side of the room. You can see that golden flame carried with it. And they pull in and begin to chant something larger. You can see little sparks of energy forming in their hand. And this one, can you make it in? No point. It's going to go here, take aim towards you, Killian, and unleash 2 flaming blasts as well. One of which manages to make contact with you, and as it hits you, I need you to roll. Oh no, you do not need to roll anything. You take 6 points of force damage as it rips through your body, and that golden flame begins to encircle you as well.
Those are ranged attacks?
They are.
Okay.
Oh,
so
they
had
would be at
right?
disadvantage. Let me do this. With a combat roll out of the way, they just dash against the ground. You manage to dodge out of the way of both blasts.
Nice.
Meanwhile, you haven't gone, my guy. This guy's going to lean forward, touch his friend, and cast Cure Wounds.
Huh?
Boo!
He heals 6 hit points as the energy begins to pour over them.
What individual did that?
This one right here. And as we circle around to Jojo's turn, encircled by enemies and danger at every turn, but a gun at your back and your allies charging forward, we'll take a break here.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Sweet.
Jojo, you are up.
Okay. Good. Love it. What am I doing? I have a question.
Cool.
Earlier today, we bought some health potions, and then I said I would give those to Paka, but Paka was not with us. So do I have those health potions on me?
I would say yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Thank goodness, because I was like, where are all our health potions? Matilda would have some.
Jojo is going to take one of those regular health potions as a bonus action. How much is that? It's like 2d4?
A regular health potion is 2d4 plus 2.
How many health
That is a
potions
bonus
did you buy
action.
Again?
At minimum 3.
A minimum
one
in
of
this
those
case would be 6. Or
And then
8, 10,
Jojo's-
that would be 5.
Jojo's going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's me turn. Maybe I should have put out the flame. Too late.
More buffs on the pile. At the end of your turn,
So
you
buff.
see the energy in that room continue to swirl around, and now with the chanting of this just central figure that is obscured and out of view from where you guys are currently standing, and this just Olean Esin Boteaik. These just arcane words fly around. You see golden flame begin to swirl amongst the white light as the people slowly begin to step into this radius of flame. And Matilda, you are up. Keep them occupied.
Okay, step 1, 2. They're still alive to the, like, this person.
Click
on.
and hold, and then it'll give us a ping. There is no one there.
Oh!
I see
okay.
dead people.
Hold on, let me refresh.
That person may be dead. There's no one currently in this space, but the person immediately to the left of that is currently alive. And so too are the ghouls and the line of other cultists.
Hold on, I'm refreshing. I want to make sure that I have the most current map so I can attack. I will take
Jam
my
with it.
bonus. Yeah, I will do my bonus action because I'm still concentrating on what's it called? Hex. Because it never went away. That is my bonus action. I'm gonna hex this person.
Where was the hex? I guess it was on a dead corpse back there.
Yeah, it was on someone that went to 0 hit points.
Okay.
And then hex says as a bonus action, once that target goes to 0, you can use your bonus action to
Move it.
move it to
I just don't know if
someone
that's to
else.
be within the range, like 90 feet.
From where you guys are currently, if you're talking about the one upstairs,
No, the person was downstairs.
like where you guys are currently.
Yeah.
Okay. For now, that's totally fine. I'll check into that later. Which score do you hex?
This one.
Which ability score?
Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom. He's now not wise. You can see this just faint crackling energy around him, and he's like, I should invest in stocks of. I need to purchase anything, really, anything at all. And then he just begins to kind of think about his life decisions.
He begins to think about NFTs in D&D sense. He's like, I should make NFTs.
DFDs.
Okay, yes. And then I say, Leoftel, sends their regards, or however else you say my weird, stupid.
Hey, patron, get a better name.
Yeah, I know. And then I will Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Yes. Boop. Okay, Matilda, do good.
You can also re-roll a d20 if you do not do good.
Does it 18 hit?
18 hits.
Okay.
Just leaning back, you release thine Eldritch Blast, and it slams into the creature. Go ahead and roll that damage. 8 points of force damage.
And then plus hex damage.
Go ahead and roll that as well.
It's another D4, I think.
D6.
Oh, D6, sorry.
D6 necrotic.
1, 2. Yay!
Also for Hex, you absolutely can just move it. You do not need to be next to the creature that has died. As long as the new creature is within range, and 6 additional damage just begins to crack down on, and you see this energy warble like ferrofluid and just stab into his body. Viciously bloodied.
I end my turn.
Cultist turns. Stupid ghouls are in the way.
Just a quick question. We got a potion of fire breath.
You did. I believe,
upstairs?
yes.
Who
Matilda
got that?
should have that one. I believe that was in the chest above, so that would have been on Matilda. I don't think any of the items were shared.
No
Or
one-
Killian arguably could also have it.
Yeah, there's
doesn't-
600 platinum, 700 golden trinkets, and a red potion of fire breath. So I just want to make sure we're tracking that and who has that, because it could be useful in this situation.
I just know that we found it. I didn't know who took it, so I wasn't sure if we wanted. Anyway, I can have it. I just didn't want to assume that it was me. I have it written down though.
I do not have it.
Gotcha. As the cultists begin to take their turn, this one is going to... This one's scared.
The one that I just fucked up?
Yeah. I'm gonna roll morale. This one falls to their knees and says, "Please don't hurt me! Please! Please! Please!" And then moves over here 5 feet. And then looks towards you, Jojo, and crawls over another 5 feet out of your melee range. Do you take an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Matilda, yes!
Yeah.
Do it!
I think that Jojo is more concerned with dodging and the fact that she's on fire currently.
Okay. It Eldritch Blasts you and Matilda.
Ha! Wow.
Yeah, sorry. As it moves out of the range, you take one look towards for a brief moment, but focus in on everything you're doing, and as you turn your back again, leans back in and releases 2 blasts towards the 2 of you. Actually, this one can't, so it's just going to attack Matilda.
Also, I have it written down that you guys got 2 greater healing potions from the dude for 320 gold.
It was 4 normal potions.
4 normal potions for 320? Okay. Weird.
Actually, instead, no, it's just going to do it. Matilda releases this just blast of energy towards you. Your AC right now does not manage to hit, dashes against the wall, and you can see the look of just terror in their eyes as their arms slump to the ground and their morale is drained from their body.
Oh, you fucked up.
This cultist, who is still currently on fire, turns their attention towards you, takes 2d6 fire damage, and just begins to burn. And you can see as their life force is being drained away, they pull that flame into this just small beam and poof, let loose a straight line against the 2 of you, or against everyone currently in this vicinity.
And the ghouls, right?
It's gonna be the corner there.
Does it harm the ghouls too, or no?
It lands just for the end. That's too bad. As you see it fly forward, the golden flame just kind of hits this guy in the front and just coalesces with their flame and then begins to encircle around. It hits both of the ghouls. They're both ignited in flame. And Killian, I need a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Oh, they couldn't hit me?
No, it was just shy. They looked at it and they thought they could do it, but it just dissipates in front of you.
That's good.
Dodge,
Killian,
dodge.
you manage to succeed. You take 2 points of fire damage, and you kind of like get this flame off of you before it manages to set. These 2 take a measly
False prophet indeed.
couple damage to kill this one. The other one becomes bloodied and is now alight in golden flame. And as this all begins to settle in, the final cultist takes their turn. Leaning back, aiming towards Killian, who managed to do a pretty vicious shot previously. It is going to unleash, once again, this just charged bolt of guided energy. TM.
Disadvantage.
With a 9, you manage to kind of like bring your gun up and just hit that thing, pulling back and deflecting it up like Dragon Ball Z, slams into the roof above you, and that is the end of it. Vincent, you are up.
If only we had some line spells. It'd be nice. This was the dude that unleashed the line thingy, right?
Was this one up here?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then this dude healed him. Someone go here. And I need disproportional. Make a intelligence saving throw.
Int? Okay. That is a 20. It does manage to succeed.
It takes no damage, I don't think. It's a cantrip.
Yes, Mind Sliver is a this in this instance it sucks.
Nothing happens. Cool. Let's see here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Vincent can't really move any forward. He's just gonna go prone as well. He's like, he'll take a sit on the ground.
Let's just begin a short rest right here, guys. Anyone got the campfire stuff?
And that's the end of his turn.
Alrighty. On the remaining ghoul's turn. The other one was the one that was actually interested in Killian, so this one, not interested. Well, it's going to step on top of the body of its former friend and begin to attack Jojo. And that delicious blood.
Disadvantage.
Jojo, as the only creature in the area that has blood, it seems to be particularly interested in you. With disadvantage, goes in for the strike, and you manage to just like hold it back, the claws raking, trying to grab onto the back of your hands, and you just kind of muscle it forward, pulling its arms back, and it just continues trying to bite at you from the area. But that is the end of its turn. Killian, you are up.
This is a dead ghoul.
There is a live ghoul there as well. I can shuffle them around.
Okay. Perfect. I just wasn't sure what the spell meant. Well, that's all right. Yeah, Killian wants to get out of the way of the people on her team. So she is going to unprone. I think I can do that?
I got you.
Okay. She's going to stand up, take a shot at this sniveling, cowardly cultist.
Yes.
No. Not Herschel.
Why does it still say I have disadvantage? It's so strange.
He is prone.
Ooh. So I actually.
But if you're both prone, then you're both on the same level again.
Killian stood up.
No, that's okay. If that's the case, then I walk towards them, just point blank, negating the disadvantage with a nice close shot.
Sitting there. You will not find any purchase here. 11 hits. Damn it. Go ahead and roll damage.
You can't see Killian, but Matilda's like big smile behind you. Like, yes.
Gun barrel hits the forehead and just he ceased.
Yeah. Killian uses her last spot of movement to just stand on top of her.
Striding forward, you triumphantly stand over the body of the fallen. And as they continue to curse you, even in their death, you prepare for the next wave. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
I just imagined, like, Killian, like, crouching down, like, repeatedly, like in video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cannon. YouTube.
You see Morrigan's eyes for a brief moment flicker and just crackle for a second, and she just pulls back, charges up a single mote of flame in her hand, and launches it forward, attempting to attack this individual who's currently on fire. You know what they say about fighting fire? And she just looses the bolt.
You add more to it? Yes.
It reaches a hand out and just grabs the mote of flame for a brief moment, deflects it down, and it dashes against the ground. You were saying. She thinks for a second and is just like, you know what they say about fighting fire? He's deaf or some shit. Guys, help him out. Or kill him. And then he just sits there kind of looking on towards her and shakes his head slowly. Meanwhile. I've successfully said meanwhile at the end of every one of Morrigan's turns. I am proud. Little victories. Take them where you can get them. The cult fanatics look onwards towards this and return to ambush position 2.
Oh,
And then they begin to move backwards. This one first takes a aim towards you, Jojo. The second one takes aim towards... Actually,
Shit, he's read strategies of holding an ancient rune.
teamwork!
Damn it.
This one walks forward towards you, Jojo, and then kicks you in the chest in an attempt to shove you. Go ahead and roll
advantage.
athletics or
Oh,
acrobatics.
never mind.
You have advantage on the athletics check if you choose to use that one. It's a good roll you got to beat, though.
Oh, yeah? I totally believe you.
He leans back, and you can just feel that this person has never once skipped leg day in their life. But you just grab the ankle and take the blow, dispersing it through the ground and pushing them back. It didn't work.
Yeah,
then
of
die.
course not.
This one stands forward, reaches a hand out, touches the flaming one, and you see the flames just erupt outwards. So I need you, Jojo, to make a dexterity saving throw.
With advantage.
Are you within range, Killian? Just out of range.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, another.
Well. Looky.
Oh my god.
Look
You
who's
succeed.
back at it.
The
Speaking of
golden
those
flame
three-
erupts outwards, and you manage to just force away the vast majority of it. The ghoul in front, currently on fire with the golden flame, takes the brunt of the damage, and the cultists behind manage to dodge. Jojo, you only take 5 points of fire damage. This guy takes 5 as well. The other two take 10. Oh, actually, that guy's out of range, so you just take 10. And he is deceased. His body begins to erupt in golden flame and continues to burn. Jojo, you took the 5. This ghoul is still alive. The other two are good. And that's 1, 2. Third one has not yet acted. Well, ambush position 2. So it's going to finish its movement.
I picture someone in the other room with a big whiteboard, like with those like circles and X's they have in, like during like football games. It's like
Without a doubt. Jojo can't really see you. It's going to go down here and blast Morgan. Leaning back, charging into this energy. You can see this one actually pulls a wand out of the back of its cloak, pointing it forward. I need everybody in that room to make a wisdom saving throw.
am I in that room?
You're gonna have to be.
I'm
more
gonna
specific.
do a radius. Give me one
Yeah,
moment.
thank you. Okay. There's many rooms. I was like, was it my room or is it another one? Ooh, I'm just out of range.
No, I can position this.
Oh,
Basically, I need everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Not bad. 18.
You succeed.
19.
Matilda,
You succeed?
Come on. You can do this, Matilda.
12.
Vincent, do you have advantage on? Just wondering. Do you have advantage on charm or fear effects?
I will soon, not now.
Okay.
I want to use my thing.
Oh,
For the
the
last
reroll
one.
d20. You absolutely can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Morgan's concentration ends. Matilda, you succeed. Vincent, your mind is filled with unfathomable fears, and you are frightened. And then this individual runs to the north. And
Do I
outside of
know-
your guys' views.
Okay, so the source of my fear is not here anymore.
He did run away, yes.
Okay. Vincent was just appalled by his attire.
You
At
just,
his
yeah.
appointment.
Such bad stitching.
And Jojo, you are up.
Well, I really feel like I should not be on fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend my action to try and put out this fire.
Okay. Actually, that is a fair point. I'm just going to burn you a little bit.
Okay.
Because at the end of your previous turn, you would have taken 9 points of fire damage.
Okay. Chutzpah.
Okay,
So
I need you to
what is
make an
your-
Arcana check.
You are bardically inspired, so you can add a
I
d6
used
to
it
that.
on that wisdom save.
Oh.
I have proficiency in Arcana. Does that get me anything? Just
It
more
gives you your
points?
proficiency bonus.
Woo! Here we go.
Nice.
Nice. There we go.
As you pat out the flame, you almost feel bad You almost feel a little bit guilty as you begin to extinguish the flame, but you begin to smother it, and the light from the torches around you, like as you smother your shoulder, it fizzles out. As you smother the bottom right corner that is away from the current light, like outside of, just in shadow, it's difficult. And you begin to turn your way towards the light and begin to smother yourself, like just repeatedly making sure to cover all of your body as you understand that this magic cannot be smothered in darkness.
Ah.
And you just continue to circle around the light until eventually you pat yourself out in full and you are no longer burning.
Awesome. Bonus action. Do I have a bonus? I have no bonus actions.
You
I
could drink another potion.
could drink another potion. I figured that I only have 2. We got 4. I had 2. Yeah, may as well, you know. I'll just buy more. What's gold? What's gold if I'm dead?
600 gold. So.
9.
Nice.
9 healing. And that's me turn.
Matilda, you are up.
I will move my hex to this person. This dude.
Wisdom. I think it was.
Wheezy whiz. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast them. And I say, false prophet indeed. And I attack them. Nah! Doesn't hit.
They just slam the Eldritch Blast. It flies off, dissipates.
No!
Indeed.
Rude. Anyway, okay. And then that's my turn.
The remaining...
Cultist.
Where are you, friend?
He's right here.
He is a cult fanatic. He's got slightly different garb. He waits. You see nothing occurs.
Okay. Vincent's turn?
It is Vincent's turn.
Vincent, feeling the effects of this frighten come over him, he's done this to people before. He's pretty sure he's a bit perturbed. Oops. Wait, I'm not concentrating on anything. I should. I wanted to take away the crap. He stands up and essentially kind of dusts off his pants a little bit. This is getting a little out of hand. Let's turn up the knob a little bit. He'll raise his hands up in the air. His like chain kind of bracelet things shining in the light, and they're going to start to glow a little bit as he does like an incantation and speaks an infernal. And in front of him, on top of this square, which is, I'm assuming, is something interesting going on there, he's going to summon. It's like red moonlight is going to shine down from that position.
Blood moon.
Yeah, it's a blood moon. And
Hell yeah.
fill that space as he casts moonlight.
Moonbeam?
Or moonbeam, sorry.
Oh,
The hell?
that's quite the radius.
What the fuck?
Did it create like a 500-foot radius?
It's just showing me where I could put it. And then I
Oh.
Anyway, here's all the potential places on the
There
planet.
you go.
such a weird spell.
Which space do you choose?
On top of this cult leader over here. I can see it. It doesn't, so.
So there is glass in between you and him, so you do not have a clear path to the target.
Oh.
Yeah. So you would
That
know
would've been
that.
nice
You don't
to
have to
know.
worry about the about losing the spell slot.
There's glass.
These right here, these large are stone archwayed windows.
Oh,
Hold on.
when
It just says
Vincent,
a point within range. Do I need to be able to see it?
You always need a clear line of sight to the target. You cannot. They cannot be behind total cover, and that glass is providing total cover,
Okay.
despite the fact that you can see them. There is
What
no
about-
straight line between you and the target.
what about the shatter Vincent did earlier? Did that affect the glass at all?
Did
This
not
is
hit
too
the glass.
far.
It was this area right here. And the walls, though broken and damaged, still even did not crumble away with enough damage to have it fall back.
Could Vincent hurl a firebolt at the glass then this turn? Oh, my cool thing didn't happen, guys. It's okay. Just forget everything.
You are preparing. The blood moon waits. But
Is
yeah,
there
absolutely.
any way
You lean
in
back.
Foundry that we can know what's glass and what's not, so that doesn't happen?
Not with just my description. I described them as glass archway windows previously.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vincent will lob a firebolt towards one of them to hopefully shatter it out. Does it look weak, or does it look like this thing could take a tank and not move?
It looks incredibly old. The rest of this entire area is crumbling. It seems not damaged by any means, but it's like this really, really ugly, thick glass. You can see through it, but just barely.
Yeah, I'll hurl a firebolt at it.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll to hit.
I'll use this dead body as a hit. It's giving me disadvantage, but that's because it thinks I'm frightened. And all.
You're
9
frightened
to
of
hit.
glass.
Trying to hit the glass.
9 to hit. Leaning back, charging, shooting forward. It slams into the glass. Begins to spiderweb from the damage. Go ahead and roll damage. Let's see if it breaks.
12 fire damage.
12 fire damage will do it. That right, which window pane did you target?
This one.
That one there. Targeting it, leaning back, shooting a single bolt. This flaming mote slams into it, shatters inward.
Yep, and then he ends his turn.
Alrighty. This cultist just like kicks the ghoul in the back and is just like, out of the way! But the ghoul just continues to onslaught against you, Jojo.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bad one. With an 18 to hit, slams into you and begins to take advantage of just myriad of buffs that were removed previously from you. And just in this distraction between the cultist behind you and the gunshots and everything going on, 13 points of piercing damage.
Halved.
Halved,
Right.
yeah, to
Right,
6.
You are raging.
And this ghoul's helping, in a way. Keeping that rage up. All about the team. Killian, you are up.
All right. Is Jojo looking quite poorly
Ooh,
off?
she bloody.
Okay.
There's been a vicious onslaught of attacks.
She did get 2 potions down, you saw, so it's like she's
Okay.
it's a
Okay.
back and forth.
Okay. I'll hold off for now then. He'd have partial cover. 2 extra 2 AC or a full 5.
It'd be 2 from your current position.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll level my rifle.
Good shot. Good shot.
Take the shot.
Go, go.
I'm not throwing away my shot.
I feel like there's a song.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. That
How's
hits.
for a hit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, max damage.
Oh boy. Not
Ah,
quite Matt, but very
14 points. Let's see.
Yeah.
Often I'm not even sure how much health these guys have left, because that's a right click I don't want to spend. Leaning back, you aim down, take that one shot, and just weaving around Jojo, slam into the cultist that just slamming into the ground behind. They're still there, they're still burning, as the golden flame ignites their entire body and continues to sizzle.
I'm gonna move up behind Jojo. That's my turn.
As you stand back, Morrigan looks onward and no longer sees any enemies. The ghoul is her best friend secretly, but none of you know it. She Eldritch
Oh.
blasts the ghoul.
Do I
Okay.
get to roll for frighten at the end of my turn, by the way?
You...
Sorry to interrupt.
That's a fair question, let me check.
Or am I just permanently frightened for like however long?
I don't think so. I think you're.
It depends on where it came from and the ability. Some
Oh.
say yes, some say no.
Nope. For 1 minute.
Cool.
Yikes.
Do-do-do-do-do. Ah, no, you do get one. Go ahead and roll one right now.
They're rare. I'm like usually they're higher level stuff. So, What kind of roll is it? Wisdom?
It's a wisdom saving throw. Also, Morgan leans back and with a natural 20 blasts this ghoul into oblivion.
Nope, still frightened.
Regardless
Oh,
of the damage, it is gone.
Oh, we're starting to turn the tide, guys.
Yeah.
Ambush position 2. Be
Oh,
afraid.
no.
8, you are still frightened. Morgan looks onwards and was about to take a step forward because I forgot. But begins to stride around the side of the battlefield, sidling the walls and keeping her eyes out. At about this position, she looks forward and continues. All right. This is good. This is good. I feel good. Jojo, you don't look
Yeah.
very good.
No.
Here, let me help you. She reaches a hand out, places her hand on your back, and you can re-roll a d20 over the next minute. She says,
Okay,
that's all
great.
I got, I'm sorry.
I like how in character you're just kind of like you feel a little tingly, but you're not 100% sure what's going on. But you look down, you have like the diamond on your wrist.
Oh, yeah.
It's a feather.
It's not a feather.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say your patron's not your patron.
Oh, okay.
And at the end of her turn, you guys just hear crackling energy begin
Oh, no.
from the other side to the north and south. And as the stream screen goes a little bit mad for a moment, it is now Jojo's turn.
We don't actually have any light down here, huh?
No, we
You do
do.
not.
There's me.
Oh, do you
There
have light
is-
cast on you?
Well, torches though.
There's the torches, the kind of pale blue torches that are igniting around you guys. There's one on your space, Jojo, and there's one to the north of you, several more around. Other than that, there are no sources of light that you can see. Vincent, in the other room, you can see that there is a kind of pale blue light that is igniting around the entire area, plus this just firestorm and light storm that has been going on for some time now. As the flames finish this tornado, you see golden fire and white pale light. You see feathers fly out that are currently burning and just revert to ash, being pulled in by the wind of the tornado, and those humans fully engulfed move their way in and are now fully obscured.
I was short one round, guys. Sorry. I didn't know there was a pane of glass.
If a rogue can't throw a dagger through it, a spellcaster can't cast through it. So, Jojo, you are up.
Jojo's going to put out the fire on this person so that we can get past them.
Okay, you approach. Go ahead and... nope, you just pat them down. The flame goes out.
That was my action to do that.
It was indeed.
Jojo, I have 5 feet of movement. This is 20. There's another person over there, huh? Fuck.
As you move in, immediately both of these two unleash blasts of
Yep,
golden
good.
radiance.
Love
towards
it.
you. As soon as you enter into the room, ambush position 2, y'all. I need you to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
Do you have advantage?
I do
On dex
On
saves?
deck saves. Yeah.
on dex saves.
Those are
That's an
for-
11. I can
Dangerous stuff.
re-roll a d20. Does that re-roll with the advantage or just...
It would be, well, you roll one more d20 and you can choose between all 3. It turns it into super advantage.
I'm going to use that on this roll. Okay,
Nice.
so that one would be a 17.
17 succeeds.
Good. And then this dexterity with advantage is bad. That's an 8. Fuck.
8. For a moment, above these two, you see this just incorporeal, monstrous form of just eyes and wings, and this just impossible geometry formed. And as all the eyes open at once, claws appear out as they just morph into this one hand, and both of them rake down. As they do, those claws fly in towards you in radiance. So the first one you succeed, the second one you fail. As these claws tear through you, you manage to get the brunt of the way out of the first hit, and the other one rakes across your back. You take 23 points of radiant damage total.
Okay. You see that energy rip through Jojo, and she does the thing where she stumbles, and she's like, you see her like drooping there, just blood dripping, and she just shakes her head, and is like barely holding on She's currently at 1 hit point with her relentless endurance.
You see the one to the south, after summoning this apparition, opens its eyes and smiles, and then falls to its knees and collapses to the ground as the golden flame continues to overtake it. The other one stares forward towards you and just begins to like tear up, smile across its face, and just gets torn through the body. You can see veins tear through as it just from the top down turns this like pale white. But standing with a smile just says, "The grace. The radiance," and is now bloodied.
JoJo's just like, fuck off! And she throws her dueling hatchet at them. That is a normal attack.
Nice.
That's 22 to hit.
22
Yay!
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I hit something. That's 8 pierce slashing damage as
No
the.
force.
Oh, it's force damage, right?
Force damage? Okay.
Yeah. So the dueling hatchet just completely vibrating, and she just whips it, and you can hear it as it goes through the air. It's a bit of a Doppler effect. It's like whoa, 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 and slams into them, like tearing right through them. I guess they die, huh?
They do.
Tears right through them, and then it sort of like warps in space, like how JoJo was misty stepping, like warping through space. The axe just sort of like whoop back into her hand, as if like the space in between it had morphed. And then she goes back in here. Wait, that's too far. Fuck, I have to stay here? Oh no.
Well, they're both dead.
She goes pro. She
Okay.
steps over here and goes pro. She just sort of like, help someone.
As you go prone, you move over next to this golden flame, which up until this point was nothing, right? As you fall prone and end your turn, make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. I'm prone. Do I have disadvantage?
No.
No.
Okay. Dexterity save. Oh my god. Okay, 19.
19? Okay, I'm gonna roll this damage. And if it's more than 1, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's true,
Oh,
yeah.
you take half.
No, it's
That's-
fire. I'm not gonna take half. Oh,
As
you
you-
because I succeeded.
As the
Succeeded.
flame like flares in towards you, you try and dodge out of the way as best you can. And as it just rakes across your face, pulling back, you think on your childhood. And you don't know why you do. And then 1 point of
Dead.
damage.
1 point of damage.
Half to 0.
Half to
You
0.
managed.
Wait, you can't do that. We've never done that before.
I absolutely. There is no minimum on this. It's a D4 fire damage, and if there's no minimum on it. So if you succeed, you take half damage. A D4, 1, half to 0. I'm allowing it this time.
Oh my god, amazing.
Actually, I'm not even allowing it this time. That's the rules, yo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could we use that going forward? Because I would have helped out in a situation.
The golden flame remains, though. It does not go out at this point. And Matilda, you are up.
All right, I can just see the little tippy tips of JoJo. So I cast Healing Light on JoJo. As
Is
my
it your
bonus
last
action.
one?
Yeah, it is.
Oof.
But I was saving it for that very reason. Oh, well. It was
3.
bad.
Heal
Sorry.
3.
Now I have
I
double.
heal 3.
Alright, and then what I want to do is I haven't done this in a very long time. I want to try and jump over these. How do you do that?
What is if you move 10 feet on? So if you move back, so
Yeah.
not a great idea, because you will not end your turn on the other side. You will run, you will jump, because you have to move back 5 feet, move forward 10 feet on foot, and then you
Yeah.
will jump. Actually, you could potentially end your turn on the other side, but you need to have a strength of 15 or higher. Basically, if you move 10 feet on foot before you jump, you move your strength score. Actually, I think it's 3 plus your strength score. Let me check.
Yeah, jumping is a very athletic thing to do.
I know. My strength score is 8.
You wouldn't make it one way or the other.
Okay.
So you know that this is just too far for you to jump. Let me reset your
cool.
movement. Okay.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I can't squeak through my friends. I don't think I have enough. Actually, no, I haven't used my action. So as my action, I want to dash. But how do I get through my friends? So that would just be...
It's double
would-
movement, so instead
they'd
of
be
5,
20.
it's 10.
Yeah, 10, 20, 25, 30. I think you could end up here. Moving past everybody and keeping safe from the blackened tiles, you begin to sidle in. In the chamber, Jojo, as you glance, you see cultists on the other side that are channeling this kind of light, pulling strands of it in various different areas, but they seem not paying attention to you guys. They almost seem entranced, as there are several of them placed in specific locations. You assume that there are 4 across the board with your passive investigation. Here, 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 and here. Aside from that, looking into the central chamber, there is a massive swirling firestorm of light and golden flame that has overtaken this entire interior. These humans have shuffled in and are now all standing within this metal grate in the center. You can just barely see figures through the opaque flames, but they continue to rage in the center of this chamber. And as we circle about, Vincent, you are up.
Okay, now Vincent does this cool thing where he'll lift his hands in the air, do those things. When the red moonlight comes down, there's like squeaky bat noises and gonging of religious bells to set the vibe.
Is it like my Rosario vampire? Like
I was
like
thinking more
beginning?
Trinity blood, but that also works, I guess. And I will target right there. Now that I can
Okay.
actually cast it. So it says
Constitution saving throw.
Moonbeam.
If any of those people be changelings.
Yeah, well, it's only a 5-foot radius, but it's a 40-foot high column, so it only affects the square I put it on. When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, so I don't think it goes off until the start of its turn.
I believe it's a 5-foot radius, right? So it should be.
Oh yeah,
4
it
squares.
is. So it is all the squares around it. It's just I'm putting it in the center because he's at an off square, so it's only encompassing him. Is there any way we can fix that, Adrian?
I think you
Sure,
put
I
it
can
at the
put it in.
corner.
If you're talking about a 5-foot radius, then yes, that would be
Yeah.
a plus.
For some reason, I cannot affect my spell anymore. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, he's in like a weird position, so I can't get. Because technically, all of these people are within 5 feet of him, but it will not target that way because of the way the grids work. So could we just say it does all of them?
You want to moonbeam all of these people?
Yeah, because they're all. It's in a 5-foot radius centered on this
I think
point, but
5-foot radius would be
in-
4 squares.
Yeah, you can do, because you're currently, you put this in the center. You can do square corners and square centers, but not square, like, edge centers.
Yeah.
So you can basically do here, or you can do here, kind of thing.
Okay,
So
I'll do there. I'll do in the cart leader and get these two then.
Okay. So they all need to make, at the beginning of their turn, a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I've already rolled the saving throw for the central figure. Their fate is set in stone. And at the end of your turn, Vincent, if that is the end of your turn,
I'll also move. You go here.
Okay.
How are you guys doing? I can't see you, Jojo. I'm talking to Morgan.
how are you guys
say a
doing?
lot. You heard from the other room.
The only person who responds, he's just like, not you.
Yeah.
He rolled a
Killian,
7
you're
on
up.
his saving throw to be frightened, so he's still frightened. That annoying twinge in the back of his head.
And Killian, you're up.
All right. Killian will move up 2 squares to get through Matilda's space. Is that right?
You can cut across that way. It's a diagonal plus an additional 10, so that would be 20 feet. So that's 15.
Fine. So yeah, so and then that gives me 5. Can I see? So is it this that is like a window pane?
This one has been broken.
That one.
This one has been broken. Okay. And where does that like lead into? Like, is this a wall or is this?
It is you can see straight through. There's like a pit that is encircled by a stone trim.
Gotcha. Okay. Am I able to? No, I wouldn't even be able to really hit with the range on my rifle. Can I use my action to help Jojo up from prone?
Yeah.
It'd be like a willing grapple.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like, reach a hand out, pull Jojo up. That'll be my turn.
Jojo, you are now standing. As reaching a hand in, lifting each other up, you stare onwards towards this central happening. I think Morrigan's gonna try and get in there. That can make 30 feet. She runs over, just stomping on this body and jumping over to the other side. She's then going to dash in and take a look into the flame and see what's happening. I can't see them. She then moves her last 5 feet back and begins to move up towards the doorway.
There's some people up the stairs that are concentrating on something. Maybe we should attack them.
Okay.
She points to these people.
She did already dash, though, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to remove these people from the combat. Looking inward, you see that flame solidify, that blood light tearing down from the roof upon the central figure. They go ahead and roll.
You want me to roll damage? They still
Please
take half.
Please and thank you. You manage to unleash this thing, and as they are focused on this spell, blasted with the full brunt of the damage of the moonbeam.
6 radiant damage.
The other 2 also take that damage. Two of these individuals that are torn into by the moonbeam, you just see blood spatter against the sides of the flame as the flame goes this pale red, and that light, that just red tinge gets burned away by the golden flame and just spatters across, sizzling slightly, and you hear, "No matter. I've all I need." The cultists in the corner continue their chant, pulling strands of light from this ritual that they are performing, and the central figure lets loose this flame as it dissipates, and then they reach up as they pull into their hand this just scepter. As this flame begins to coalesce within their hands, it burns out at one side, over towards the other, and you can see it's just this brilliant tall scepter with a gemstone atop, flaming feathers spiraling from the top, encircling the gemstone and keeping it in place, and just boom, as they slam it down, the flame dissipates and they look towards you and they say, "You will be punished." These two, the humans that remain, get pulled into the flame and fall to the ground. This fanatic in the corner looks onward towards, takes a step back onto this pedestal and just opens their hands, looking up and awaiting. And Jojo, it is now your turn.
Jojo's gonna go over this way. And how far am I from?
I think it's more than 30 feet you can throw.
90 feet is the distance. What is the distance for Moonbeam's 120? So they're just gonna spend her bonus action to drop out of rage, and then use Moonbeam on that person over there.
These are all the places you get to choose.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't mind the fact that it highlights it for you, but it's interesting because you can. You don't need to see. It's just within range. It
It's
doesn't
there,
do
yeah.
anything. It does damage on their first turn. You don't do damage on the round you cast it. You can then also use an action
Great.
to move it, and if you move it out of their space and back into their space, then they'll take damage again.
And then JoJo's going to she's going to push up against this wall and just sort of like hide here. Wait, how far have I gone? Yeah, she'll side up against this glass so that she can see in, but she's like not in like line of sight technically.
So your character would, I think, know that that is a darker spot. There was just a
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
there was a little bit of a radius over it, so it was hidden. But your character would have seen that that's the case.
Yeah. Okay, well then she'll slide to like she wants to get out of line of sight. This is probably the Oh, can I get up here? I sort of messed up my movement.
Here
Where
I
was
can
before?
I'm not sure where you were originally.
Here. So
Yeah,
5, 10,
absolutely
15.
true. So here, I'll put you there, and then let's reset your movement. Okay, you're good.
So I've gone here, and then I can. Oh, I can't quite make it past this person. That's okay.
You can
I'll
end,
just be like.
they're dead. They're just terrain at this moment, so
Oh,
you can
okay.
end your turn on their space. But
I'll end my turn on this place.
they are a flame and golden light.
Oh, well, never mind then. I'll just be there, I guess.
Okay. Lots of situations going on. Also, Killian, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Don't stand next to the golden light.
Actually, that's an interesting thing about this is that these flames offer no light whatsoever. They burn, but they are matte and opaque.
15.
15. You managed to succeed. You take. That is 1 point of fire damage.
Okay.
And Jojo, at the end of your turn, Matilda, you are up.
Okie dokie, artichoke, it's my turn. I want to move forward one. What can I see?
You see
Okay.
the room.
All right.
That
Is
corpse
this-
in front of Killian is on fire, and if you get near it,
It's
hurts you.
not. Jojo turned it off.
No, that's the one you're standing on.
No, yeah, Jojo put that one out.
I know,
did.
the one in front of Killian.
Oh, okay.
I
sorry.
just got burned by the one in front of me.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna. Is the corpse difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay, 10, 20. Where's the lighter spot? But
You can see that I can actually just make these visible. You guys can actively see them.
okay, so can I move to the?
There you go.
Okay. That's 20,
Yeah, you can make it to there.
25. Yeah, okay. And then what I want to do is I want to look at this room for my action and to see if I can discern if there's anything that I could damage that would fuck up the spell. Because a lot of times when you have to do a spell like this, Matilda knows, you have to have like ritual shit, you have to have things written out and runes and crap. So is there anything there that looks like it might fuck it up?
Go ahead and roll investigation. Do you have proficiency in Arcana?
No.
Okay.
I'm just very smart.
Do you have proficiency in Religion?
No.
Okay. This will be a straight investigation check.
But she's very smart.
She's
I know, I was
incredibly
waiting
smart.
for that, but I'm very smart.
Yeah, she's very smart. Okay. What does the thing that what's his nuts gave us? Lavos? What does this thing do?
The bad
That
guy?
wouldn't apply in this situation.
Yeah, it's if you are subjected to a saving throw and you succeed, you can make it seem like you failed.
Oh yeah, sorry, I
Basically,
always forget.
save it for Zone of Truth. It's really the only useful thing it's used
Oh, thank
for.
God.
Or like a
Good job.
dominate person or some other spell that would take away agency. You can
You
make
wouldn't
someone
know
think
that was
you're-
being cast on you, though.
You would. Well, it depends. There's visible circumstances. But with a 20, Matilda, looking in, you see flames that are currently ignited on these central pillars, 3 in the corners, and 2 large ceremonial flames in the center. As you kind of fixate and you begin to follow, you can see that these cultists in the north that are pulling little strands of light seem to be feeding those flames because they almost dance in movement with the cultists. If you assume either extinguishing these flames within the room or killing one of the 5 cultists that are keeping them alive would hinder this influence heavily.
Okay. So Matilda says, kill the fire cultists or take out the flames. And then that's my turn.
Okay. And Vincent, you are up. Cool. The moonbeam begins to shine down upon this cultist. They will take damage if they enter into it at any point on any turn, not just their own turn. However, they do not take damage right now because they have not moved into it. It has just been placed around them. Is there anything else with the rest of your turn, Vincent?
I think he's going to... I think he can't... Yeah, he can't move anymore, so he's just going to stay there. Nope, he'll end his turn.
Alrighty, and Killian, you are up.
Okay. Killian will... is it an action to put out the fire?
It is.
Okay, she'll spend her action to put out this cultist fire.
Okay. As you smother the flames, the cultist's body and the one behind it just slowly incinerate. And you see them disappear into nothing but a small pile of ashes.
Right. She'll move. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. She'll stay right there. That's her turn.
Morgan begins to run. You said attack them, so she's just going to do that. She moves in here and she targets this one. And at this point, seeing the bodies fall... Actually, she doesn't attack. She moves in and she uses her action to perceive.
I love it when you say that. Perceive.
To perceive. Mother, I want the book, but I cannot perceive it. This guy runs over here. Morgan just begins to reckless abandon, run into the room, seeing the fallen bodies, but unable to make any distinguishing looks upon them. Just sees the bodies are burnt and slowly immolating with golden flame. She begins to run in. You see a look of just madness on her face. And at this point, all of these friendos do have the flame on them. Morgan continues to run in and outside of line of sight of most of you, as the cultists now need to roll some saves. I was like, how are they all acting at the same time? But your guys' initiatives are just rather spread.
You just mean my initiative is shit because I rolled a fucking 5.
Vincent, you rolled 9 radiant damage for that moonbeam, correct?
I think so, yeah.
He takes full damage. And Jojo, do you want to roll damage for your moonbeam?
Yes. That was 2d10?
Yes.
Yes. My DC is only 10. By the way.
10 does not manage to succeed with a viciously low roll.
Haha! 11 radiant damage.
11 radiant. Survive? Okay, still alive. The second one down here takes the full 9.
Concentration checks? I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. They're not technically concentrating, they're just spending their action every round to do something. So that wouldn't in this case, but... roll a fate dice. Each of you roll a fate dice. I'm curious about something. Not favorable? Natural 20 favorable. This cultist down here does manage to slip up, and you see those flames as they're grabbing them and forming them into this small mass. It just lashes out and begins to tear into their body. This guy is ignited in golden flame.
Yeah. Killian, roll.
And Killian feels pretty good about this whole thing. It seems
I
like the
wasn't sure
fate
if it was
smile
any-
upon them.
I thought all of us were rolling a fate dice. My bad.
No, that's cool. I like that. I like the
it.
favorable outcome. That makes a good feel. Meanwhile, these cultists continue the onslaught, and the leader begins to stride forward. Actually, let me go ahead and go. Do. Let's let him dance around for a second and then actually move. He's going to fly forward. I forgot
There's a
that
glass. Oh wait.
there is indeed. But as he lifts the scepter up, he begins to just lift himself up off the ground and begins to stride forward. As he looks towards you, looks over towards Jojo, he closes this window. And then he begins to move down, but cannot. So he will instead move up by 1. The fanatic at the back raises their hands and begins to also get lifted up, but not in some holy or divine way. You see, and then almost you see 5 claw marks appear on the center of this guy's chest and slowly begin to lift him into the air as though he's being dragged up by some invisible force. He's now 5 feet above the ground. And Jojo, you are up.
Yikes! I don't like it.
That guy hasn't left my moonbeam, huh? So I don't need to move it. Hell yeah.
He has not moved. Doesn't seem like he's willing to move.
I think Jojo, as her action, is going to magic awareness. Wait, have I used both of mine?
I feel like you have in this day.
I have already used it. Dang it. Okay. What am I gonna do? I have a javelin. How far can I throw a javelin?
I believe it's, I want to say
120 is the
Yeah.
far range. It'd be disadvantage, but
30 over 120.
yeah, it's 30 over 120. Yeah, fuck it. I'll attack the one that I have my moonbeam on with a javelin.
This right here is the open window, and then he's also kind of around a corner. So he would have some crazy AC. Also, this window is closed, so you would need to shuffle over first.
Oh, I don't have like a line directly to him from the broken window. Which is this one, right?
This guy down here. Oh, I was looking at the wrong moonbeam.
this
You
guy.
totally have line of sight. No, go
Okay.
ahead and hurl that.
I will throw up. I'm just kidding.
It's at disadvantage because it's over 30 feet.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Oh, it's 8.
The javelin just slams into this stone wall here and falls down into the depths. But you also hear.
Oh,
Mm. Well, that. Yep. Okay. Great. Yeah. She's just gonna. Oh no. Hang on. Don't be a square. Get out of here.
what?
Be a square.
Don't be a square. Don't be a square. I was on a different thing. She's going to. Ugh. This guy's on fire. Can I walk through this middle thing? It's like
Yep.
a statue or something.
There's a large central plinth, or it's just a decorated large square of stone.
Okay, great. Yeah, she goes over here.
I do enjoy how mad you are about the guy being on fire.
It's on fucking fire.
What's wrong with you? On fire. As you end your turn, Matilda, you are up. Actually, as you end your turn, this guy increases in elevation by 5 more feet, getting dragged up, back slams against this solid stone, massive mural, and just continues to be dragged. You see his head begin to pull over the top of the mural, and it's getting dragged behind. And now, Matilda, you're up.
I'm 10, 15. So, I can see through the broken window, and there's like a sconce with blue flame in it, yeah?
Indeed.
So in theory, I can shoot through the broken window at this thing.
You can, yeah.
Is there anything that's blocking my way that I'm like, because we're top down view, so sometimes it's hard for me to understand like the way walls work.
There's just, you have a little bit of an awkward, like you can see the red square there, that's the bounds of it. So if
Yeah.
you move like down here one more, you would be able to see it.
Oh,
But at
whoops.
current, and then, oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Like
just
there?
gonna, that works. Oh, here, let's stop for one sec. Cool. In this area, you now have a clear line of sight. It won't have any additional AC. But before where you were, it would have had additional AC from the corner of the wall.
And I can see the guy that's like in the air too.
Yep, and do you have line of sight to him? He would have additional AC.
Okay. I'm gonna try and firebolt the sconce with the flame and see what happens.
You know
Okay.
what they say about fighting fire?
Fighting fire.
I was going to be like, I'm going to put the fire out with more fire.
Yeah. I mean, that worked out pretty well last time.
We're from Oregon.
I can't select it.
You can target yourself.
Okay. Counterintuitive, but here we go. Oh, hold on.
Come on, Tilly.
Come on, Matilda.
Yeah!
Yay!
That hits the sconce. Go ahead and roll damage. Targeting the sconce itself and not the fire, which makes sense to me. You lean back and lob this flaming mote.
Can I? Oh, no, I can't. I can't hex.
No, it's a creature. Ooh, the whole
10. That is exactly enough. This flame goes out instantly. As you slam into the sconce, break it aside, you see this faint light fizzle out, and the entire flame immediately disperses.
How much movement did I have left?
I believe you...
5, 10,
I'm not sure where you started your turn.
20. She started right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay,
got
cool.
you have 15 feet of movement left because you went there, 5, 10.
And this
and
guy's
15
still
down
on
the corner.
fire.
Still on fire.
And then if I'm adjacent, it puts me on fire.
Indeed. Or it hurts you at the very least.
Well, those are windows. Well, I'm gonna try and go here and see if like it'll be hard to hit me. I'm just gonna stand there.
Okay. You shuffle over and you stand.
And that's
Vincent.
the end of my turn.
You are up. And then Killian is on deck.
Okay. Vincent will lob. Like, the sconce went out. Nothing happened to the ritual. Like, it's still just going.
The sconce has gone out. The ritual, I mean, from what's been going on here, nothing visible has changed with one sconce going out.
Okay. Vincent will target the next sconce then. This one. Is the source of his fear, is the dude that feared him even still alive?
At the beginning of your turn, the fear dissipates.
It's like, oh, thank God the velour is gone.
It is asking me to shield myself from myself. Sorry. 15 to hit.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
17.
17 is more
That's
than
good
enough.
damage
Which
roll.
sconce did you target?
This one.
That one?
Big one.
Goes out. The entire side of it just explodes inwards, and you expect to see some kind of fuel fall out of it, but the flame perpetually ignited in the area goes out. Let me see here. As that one goes out, the other ones begin to flicker and slowly begin to weaken. As you see that figure that was being dragged upwards just halts their movement, and the blood continues to pour down from the open wound, but they just continue to smile up into the sky.
It will go here. He will go. He'll actually go here. And end his turn.
Alrighty. And Killian, you're up.
All right. Oh yeah. Did I? Sorry. Wasn't Killian here? Did I not move the last time?
I think there was a flaming guy here before.
There was a flaming guy here that I had put out.
I
And
think
then I
maybe when
passed
Vincent
him.
got deleted, it got undone. So let me
Whoa.
put you back there. Wee!
Okay. Hold on.
Wee!
I just got. Okay,
There
yeah,
you go.
there we go.
You were
And
slightly
now,
muted.
if you don't touch your character, I can reset your movement. Okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely scrolled myself through a wall. Okay, I'm good now though. Killian moves forward, puts out this burning guy.
Turns to Ash.
Oh, Killian, you're the best.
And keeps going. Is now next to Morgan.
You see she's just running with aggressive fervor.
Killian just kind of shouts out to her like, Morgan, there's still dangerous things here. We need to be careful.
You say that, and as you end your turn within the area, not only seeing the 3 kind of darkened spots, from what you can see there's a 4th one over here, but also directly in front of you there seems to be a raised pressure plate.
I just like point down, like, a silent case in point.
Morgan is not paying attention. She says, one of those might be my brother, and we need to hurry.
You can't save him if you're dead.
I can't fucking save him if he's dead. So she continues running.
If they're yelling this, Vincent's just gonna be like, I've heard money can reverse that, dear.
Said being dead was a possibility.
At the end of Killian's turn, Morgan continues running. She's going to reach the edge of the wall and take a peek over. Kind of seeing the cultist on the inside. Throws open a small door in the area and begins to stare in. Taps herself and grants... she can't. She used the last one. Does anybody still have that D20? Jojo, you used that one as well, right? Okay. So at the end of the end of Morgan's turn, it is now the cultist's turns.
I roll moonbeam damage.
Please and
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
was gonna say that too.
Moonbeam damage.
With Constitution, yes.
Aye, Captain.
Con plus... both of them... actually, no. Jojo, yours succeeds. Vincent, yours fails.
They take half of mine, so 5 radiant.
And then this guy, Vincent, yours was 7 damage.
7 radiant.
Ooh, both of them are not looking good.
Aha!
Hopefully they're not Morgan's brother.
We can only hope. And as both of them are just continually immolated by this radiant light that is pouring down upon them, they still maintain their actions. This one, having been freed of its flame, follows suit with its leader and runs over here, closing what remains of this window. And then the other, moves forward, pops open this door in front of them, begins to move into the room. Cult leader pops down here for a brief till, and then looks over towards you, Matilda.
Oh, uh-oh.
Flies into the room through the open window.
Oh, shit!
Oh.
No!
Everybody in the room, as he raises that scepter and just boom, slams it down, lets out a vicious blast of radiant energy. I need everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw. Actually, let me double check. Killian, you were just out of the radius.
Good.
19.
Good.
You succeed.
Come on, barbarian. Fuck.
Still 13.
13 does not succeed. Matilda, as with the 13, some might say they're very similar, and it does not succeed. Jojo and Matilda, both of you, are pushed 10 feet back from the individual. Jojo, you not only are slammed by this damage, but you also land in a dark space.
Ooh.
You take 4 points of necrotic damage from the dark space and 11 points of radiant damage from this massive blast.
Jojo,
Thunder damage.
Is down and then takes a death failure.
And Matilda, as you land, you also take 11 points of thunder damage. Vincent, you succeeded your save. You take 5 points of thunder damage and you maintain your position. As the leader looks onwards towards you all and says, "Punishment is in order. You will all fall before the gilded flame of Dzamaetel."
He succeeds his con saving throw.
Jojo, it is the beginning of your
Matilda
turn.
still up?
Yeah,
Or
I
is she...
am. I'm up, and I'm still concentrating.
The beginning of my turn, huh?
Actually, right before that, this figure that has been pulled up previously, it's pulled in behind this large central figure, and as the blood streak travels across this image of a weeping angel upon the large central stone figurehead, it just gets pulled behind, and you begin to hear just like crunching sounds. That fanatic is gone. And it is now the beginning of your turn, Jojo. I will need a death saving throw.
Hang on one moment.
Okay. And at the end of Jojo's turn, it is Matilda's turn.
How about off does Matilda look? 'Cause
Here's the thing, too, that you guys have witnessed previously. If you are to heal Jojo, and she begins her turn in the dark square, she will take damage
Yeah.
again.
It
You guys have
doesn't
witnessed
seem to
that.
be affecting her because she's unconscious. So if we need to like pull her out of it first and then get her up.
There's not much I can do at this point, honestly. It's like
You have
mage-
2 potions on you. You bought 4. Jojo got 2. I'm assuming the other 2 were on you. You
That's what I was
leave them with
assuming.
Paka.
Okay.
So it is just something to be aware of.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, hold on, what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Right?
Yeah,
You said
you're good.
35. You said 35. Okay, cool. When I'm feeding a potion to someone, that's an action, right?
Yeah, we just
It is an action to feed it to an unconscious creature, yes.
Well, I don't have any more movement left anyway because to get here I used up all my movement, so I'm going to feed her a potion for my action. I know that it's just going to be negated right away, but it's better to have that than nothing. And so I feed you the potion. 2d4 plus 2, yes?
For a regular potion, yeah.
So 6.
Jojo, you recover 6 hit points.
Okay, and then as my bonus action, I'll move the hex onto this guy. And it's gonna be Wizzy. Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Vincent, you are up.
This individual, does he look like he's about to like maybe leave the room now, or is he ready to tango still?
He... What's
So that
your
required an action to figure out.
what's your passive insight?
19.
Just ludicrous. He seems like his attention is drawn to the interior of the chamber, but it seems like he's protecting it. So as he currently stands before you, he seems to be willing to tussle right now, but the inside of that chamber seems of the utmost importance to him.
Cool. Vincent's gonna look towards him, just assessing the situation, seeing what's going on. We just need more time to kind of get everyone situated, and then we'll deal with this man. He's gonna use a bonus action to unsettling him. Oh, it's only a 1.
Ooh, a 1.
And he's gonna cast command on this individual. Flee. Leave us alone. You're a nuisance.
command. Okay.
And he has a -1 to his save.
And he also has disadvantage on wisdom checks.
No,
This
it's
is a
a
saving
saving
throw.
throw. It doesn't
Damn!
affect them. It's just ability checks, like if
Gosh
you were
darn
to
it.
have him perceive the room or something.
With the -1, that brings it to a success.
Ugh.
He looks onward towards you and says, I have no bearing on you. She must be punished. Points on past you towards Matilda. Flee if you wish, demon. Your kind are acceptable. But she will not be forgiven.
Seems they have something against humans. He's taking it.
Or the false prophet.
Is this individual, is he on fire?
No, he's incredibly dead.
I know, is he on fire like
No.
all the rest of them were?
Negative.
Incredibly dead.
Not sure the dead is a gradient, but if it was, he would be up there.
Vincent's gonna go here just to try and get out of line of sight of some stuff. Not necessarily leaving the room, but he doesn't like how things are looking. Yep. His whole turn. It's gone.
Killian, you were up.
All right. Well, seeing that Morgan is going to keep going stupidly, and that's kind of half the reason we're even here, but also that her teammates are getting completely fucked up. She is going to reach into her pocket and pull out the Fog Cloud spell scroll and read it aloud, releasing it into this room.
Is this one an Ashen spell scroll?
It was one of the ones that was given to us from Lavos. I
Yeah, I'm
don't
assuming
recall
it
if it was
was-
Ashen.
This one was an Ashen spell scroll, so anyone can read it. That's the only difference. It doesn't need
Yeah.
to be on your spell list. And I'm just checking, do you need to do an Arcana check if you have spell slots to cast it, or is that only if you don't?
If you don't have spell slots, like you don't own spell slots equal to that level, you don't necessarily need them available at the moment. But basically, Killian can cast first level spells right now, right?
Yes,
I think Fog Cloud is a first level
it's
spell.
the first level, yeah.
Then you're good.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
So you, reading the arcane ciphers upon this scroll, it just erupts and you burst a small cloud of fog that just pours into this entire open area. There's a 20-foot radius?
20
foot.
foot radius. Yeah,
That is a
and within
old
120 feet of range. So I'm just gonna blast it right over this whole room.
it's a big cloud right there. The entire room is obscured by fog immediately.
All right.
Ah,
Do I see Vincent, or is Vincent in the fog cloud now?
he's right at the edge. In fact, he's silhouetted by like this blue
Okay.
light that's draping around it.
Yes. Of course.
I say to Vincent, kind of hushed, because I don't really want the guy in the other room to hear me, but I'm just gonna be like, we're gonna keep going. And then I'm going to run ahead of Morgan if I can. I think she's already cheesed it, hasn't she? So I'm just gonna keep up with her, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Is this dark? Are these dark tiles, or is this?
You are currently in darkness, so I'll need you to roll a perception check to determine if you can see them.
Would that be my action? Because I just used a scroll.
No, in this instance, I think it's fine. As you
Okay.
are moving, you can attempt to perceive. You have no idea.
Well, I mean, she ran ahead, so I keep going. So I was here, so 1, 2. Diagonal movements is 1.5, or
Every second
only if there's-
diagonal.
Okay.
Every second diagonal is an additional 5 feet. So you are currently at 20 feet.
Then I'll go 10 feet more. And using Nimble Escape, I'm gonna bonus action hide, so that maybe I can try to stealth as I'm kind of scurrying through these corridors, so that no one knows that I'm running in this way.
And you did not hit any dark tiles.
Perfect. Okay, well, you know what? Slap, slap, slap as my feet hit the pavement.
Well, that was supposed to be a ninja.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. Reroll that one.
You reroll if it's good or bad.
I really need to make a stealth macro because I never remember.
Yeah, you just click that always instead of using the ninja.
Yeah.
Okay. You're moving, and there's ever so faint crunches underneath your feet, but you feel pretty obscured.
And I can see Morgan in front of me. She's no more harmed than I saw her last, or
no, she's like sidling against the side of the door and peeking into the room. And as she does so, at this point, as her turn begins, she rushes in and begins to move into the center of the chamber to search the bodies. As she makes her way here, she can't quite get there. She will dash. Which one of you? This one looks the most. She runs over and goes prone and begins to examine the body. Not a great perception check, but she, like, poring over them is just glancing each individual one. She manages to see this one. She looks over at the two females and immediately just discounts those, and then sees the other male-looking figure, masculine figure, and begins to move in, ignoring the feminine figures, and the cultists begin their turn. Okay, 2 of the flames have been extinguished. This cultist runs, does a standing long jump, which is fine, manages to make his way here, takes out a small sigil and slams it into his chest before he immolates himself in blue flame and begins to dive inwards towards the sconce, but cannot quite make it yet, in an attempt to reignite. This one runs around the corner and, seeing Matilda, takes aim with an Eldritch Blast.
Can you see me? I'm in the fog cloud.
They cannot see you. You're obscured.
They can still.
They can target you. They would just have disadvantage.
Yeah, doesn't need.
Did they know
access
that
light.
she was there?
That's a good question. Roll perception. It's opaque fog. I don't think so. They take aim into the fog cloud in worry and hold an action to blast anything that comes out of it. They say, "Come here. Come closer. Take a step out." And you can kind of tell that that's not their normal speaking voice, as though they are attempting to either force or obscure or just seem different. But they are all speaking in this kind of gravelly tone that they are enforcing. And that is those cultist turns. The other ones continue their ritual. At the end of this round, the flames, 2 of them in the center, lift up and get pulled over to where this central figure was recently pulled over that statue. You can hear the crunching continue behind, and as the flames disperse from these 2 massive sconces, they light once more at the far back in front of that statue. So I will go ahead and just mark these as well. This one has gone out. This one has gone out. This one has gone out. This one has gone out, but this cultist is desperately attempting to reignite it on his turn. He has spent his turn, has immolated himself, but is diving forward and has not yet gotten to reach it. And this cultist at the top is continuing to evoke these sigils in an attempt to keep the flame going. The leader points his staff towards you, Matilda. Goodbye. I need you to roll a... Check this actually. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Now, I put my hand up because what I want to do is, if I succeed this, I want to make it look like I failed, and I want to fall and pretend that I've fallen. Or if I do get hit and the damage not enough to knock me down, but I still have hit points, I still want to pretend that he got me and then I fell and then I'm down. Either way, I'm pretending that I'm unconscious.
Okay.
Unless I'm actually unconscious.
In which case
Okay.
you're pretending real good.
Yes.
Here's what I will say. No, that's totally fine. We will...
Can they see you though, or are you gonna run out?
I'm gonna make a
We'll determine. We'll see what happens after this. So Matilda, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Mm-hmm.
You succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Energy begins to whip around you. Your entire body begins to warble. And as you feel yourself begin to move, like almost dimensionally, something is attempting to shift you in space. You enforce your will and you manage to keep yourself in position where you currently are. And you can see his face is visibly like, no matter. And he pulls out a figure that you recognize. As he reaches into his cloak, he rips out this skeletal lizard, and you see there's these just bone wings that have been grafted to the back of the lizard, and it is just this central effigy. And as he begins to place it to his forehead and begins to mutter a chant, staying where he currently is, that's the end of his turn.
Because what I wanted to do is, like, if I succeed, I wanted to use Lavos' thing to make it look like I didn't.
So I will roll an Arcana check. Because I want to make, that's a very cool idea, but I want to make sure that you are fully informed. 21. You recognize the spell. It is a spell that would have moved your position from one place to another. So the fact that you did not move means you could not fake it.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, we're in a fog cloud, so...
That's why I was like...
Oh, that's cool too. He did seem to see her though. He seems to be able to witness where she is at current.
Cool.
Okay.
Maybe he's got blind sense.
Fucker.
So yeah, that charm, by the way, will shatter and break and be unusable.
I know.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure you were informed, because that may have just been like a waste of that item.
Yeah, I'm in dire straits, so I was like, I don't fucking care.
That's super cool. Keep that in your back pocket. That's fucking awesome. And Jojo, you are up. And at the beginning of your turn, let's see if the gods adjust.
You're already up. You're just lying there.
How many points do you have? You take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, you're up. You're up.
You're still up?
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Because you got 6 healing, I'm pretty sure.
Off 2d6. Off 2d6 damage, you took 5.
Oh,
Woo! Baby, still up.
Step out of the square.
hype. Let's go.
But
I
is
don't know
that,
you're up either. Well, I guess he can kind of see us.
Wait. Yeah, no, you're good.
Jojo's gonna move. Should I just get out of here? I'm in the way. I'm just making people worry about me because I'm just gonna go unconscious on my turn. I think
to definitely be after Matilda.
Yeah, I wanna attack though. I'm a barbarian.
I say, do it. Oh, why not?
Okay. And Jojo's going to. Oh, I can't see shit in here. And most of my wild magic stuff requires sight, so that's shitty. I think I'm just gonna hide. I want to fight, but I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna do the smart thing.
And take the hide action?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's gonna. I think she's gonna get out of dodge. Yeah, she's gonna go over here. Oh, I wanted to go diagonal on that. Did I have done that?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn. I'm just gonna try and not die.
Here's what I'll say is that the leader made absolutely no comment towards your movement.
Okay. Oh, like he might have not seen it. He
might have not seen it.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, cool.
On this turn, you guys see.
Did our moonbeams go off this turn?
My moonbeam would have gone
They
down.
did. Yes, Jojo's moonbeam went down, and they did go off this turn. I remember doing the damage for them.
Okay. Because that was last round. Because both me and Jojo rolled. This round's one. Vincent's would have still gone off.
Yeah, that's fine. I think totally. Yeah, do the damage again. With half damage on the top. Well,
9.
Jojo's went down, so that's fine. So that one would not have gone off. Vincent with 9 damage. Regardless of save or not, this person is just ignited in radiance and falls to the ground as that oppressive, just blood moon continues to bear down upon them. And one of the lights in the room goes out. At this point, all of the lights in the room go out. And that last cultist that looked towards the final curtain just begins to look around in the darkness as it hears, "Such a disgrace. No, I can still serve you. You have failed." Matilda, you are up.
A false life.
What about false life?
She's casting it on herself.
Oh, okay. I just heard, false life. I was like, yeah, gotta hit that false life. 7? You gain 7 temporary hit points. This just energy begins to protect you.
Thank you. What? Token health, you're not worthy. What? What?
You don't. It got applied to you.
Okay. What? Sorry, that threw me off.
Don't worry about my rude modules.
Okay, Matilda will move up a little bit and she'll square up against this cultist and say, "If I'm such a false prophet, why are you trying so hard to exterminate me? I guess I must cause some sort of threat." And
Threat? No, you are a stain. You will be removed, as all things have before you. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I'm gonna take off my hex. I can't see them, right?
They are heavily obscured. You cannot see them.
Do you stop concentrating on your hex? Is that what you meant?
Yeah. And I'm gonna cast this one, but I'm trying to...
Can you?
What?
You're gonna cast another hex?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to do the fizzy. Boop, boop, boop. On myself.
But you cast False Life as an action.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. That one's an action. Hold on. Wait 1 sec. I have a few that are bonus actions. No, bonus action is this is a bonus
Yeah,
action.
but you can't cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn. One of them has to be a cantrip only.
Correct.
Oh.
The action economy doesn't matter in that regard.
Sorry, I understand. I always get confused when it's an innate spell, so never mind. Can I leave my hex up then? And then I'll figure
Sure.
it out next turn.
The also that rule is basically something we employ just to make it easier. The bonus action spellcasting rules are a little bit more weird, but it's much
That's
better
okay.
this way, I think.
I understand. No, that's totally fair. I always forget with false life. But anyway, in that case, I will save my spiel and I will No. I have 1 more potion left, right? I gave 1 to Jojo.
Yeah, you have 1 more.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my last potion.
Okay. You said doff, and I was like, I'm going to look at them, I'm going to say my spiel, then I'm going to strip. What? I'm going to doff my clothes. And I'm going to run in covered in peanut butter.
New
Confuse
character,
them.
Adrian. That would have worked with my other character, not with this one. And 7 hit points. And if my spiel was intimidating, I hope it was, but it probably wasn't, so...
7 is good. They look towards you, and as you begin to speak to them, and this just confident tone, and you begin to move forward, and you just chug this potion, regaining a little bit of longevity, they look at you with pure hatred.
I was hoping for something a little bit different, but hate's an emotion, so whatever.
Guess she couldn't see that, but she could feel it emanating from
You
him.
can feel his gaze, and also his words are just scathingly aggressive. Vincent, you are up.
Well, he can't see shit in the room now.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm internally monologuing what he would think in this
Yeah.
situation. He's probably just like, well, I can't do much here. We'll go here. Moonbeam's kind of awkward because you can move it as an action. You don't need to see where it is, but I would need to know that that dude died. Did I hear him like fall to the ground?
Like Wilhelm scream.
I think with everything that's currently been going on in the room, roll investigation. A little bit of a stretch, but I think it's there's potential there, so I'm fine with rolling investigation.
I'm concentrating on this. I don't know if Moonbeam, like, I can innately feel if someone's.
I don't think you can feel
delivering
when
it.
your spell deals damage, but you can definitely feel when the spell ends via concentration. But with a 16, like taking into account everything that happened before, seeing the flames go out and the in general lighting of the room go down, I think you can ascertain that there is no one on this side.
Cool. Could I move it closer to where I saw the cultist dude in this room before? Can't see him now, but I knew where he was.
How far can you move it?
60 feet.
I'm just going to place it in a 60 foot. It is now here. That's cool.
So the closest I could get it, I guess, would be, here.
You were choosing from a space where it was not. But it was here. So the closest it can get is right here.
Cool. I'll just keep moving it as close as I could.
Also, does the moonbeam shed light?
It does.
The moonbeam is made of dim light, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it sheds any.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just as a silvery beam of pale light sheds down in a 5-foot radius. So 5 feet of dim lighting, I guess.
I'll throw down a 5.
And then we can, and that's his turn.
At the end of your turn, as this battle becomes to a heated conclusion, the battle ends. Everyone's friends now. You see on the far end a hand reach up over top and another as this figure begins to lift itself up and over, perching atop this statue, long legs draped down in this just strange and distorted bone structure. You can see several knees attached as the legs begin to almost accordion up and down, and then long clawed feet rake into the statue as it begins to look around as though it can gaze everything that is happening within this area. Raising a hand, this light emanates out of it, and it just turns into this solid field of energy as this creature, no face as far as you can tell, the eyes themselves just sunken in, and just blackened section of indented mouth opens as it speaks, and it raises a hand and says, "Return." The cult leader, you see the fog begin to move as they aggressively move backwards towards this individual monstrosity as it appears. And as this happens, that is where we'll end today's session.
You gotta kill the faceless thing.
Oh my god! What are we gonna do?
We're like,
Just against this wall, just being like, ugh.
What do you got? I got 3 sticks, 5 beans, and half an hatchet. That's it.
Woo!
Let's kill this thing.
we
All
need
right.
more like items to be able to use in combat when we get down this low.
Thank you all for watching, and until next time. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.